Do you talk to Trevor at all about his contract in any way, shape, or form? Expectation levels now raised, clearly. Those things happen, and obviously it's a first-class problem, literally, for him to have. But do you have conversations with him about that, Coach?
I don't. I try to stay out of it. I just want to focus on the football side and what we do on the grass. And so I just and I think Trevor's the same way. I think he doesn't want to talk about it when it was going on, and just let the sort of the powers to be, handle all the particulars and let us focus on football. So I don't get involved with that.
So not at all. Like, the guy signs for $55 million a year, and you don't even make a little comment, little broadside, anything like that? Nothing like that?
You want him to maybe, okay, great example, right? Great example. I kind of ribbed him a little bit about our American Century travel plans out to Lake Tahoe this summer. And I had a chance to, my family, go out there and fly. And I told him he could fly private if he wanted to, but he didn't spring for the extra dollars to fly private. And he could have afforded the whole plane. I mean, he could have done that.
And so how does he respond to that? With a laugh, or
he just chuckles and says, "I'll fly commercial." And sure enough, he gets to Lake Tahoe. His golf clubs are lost. His luggage is lost. And, it might have paid off for him to maybe charter a flight.
Life lessons, right, Doug? Life lessons.
Live and learn. The youth of America. Live and learn. Live and learn.
One thing you could do is fly the coach and his entire family, nice and private. No, you got to be a man of the people, and you lose your clubs. You know what I mean?
You lose your clubs. That's it. And you got a pregnant wife that's out there flying. And, you're flying cross country. You're flying from Jacksonville to Reno, and you lose your stuff. I mean, come on, Trevor.
Sometimes life has to teach lessons that even coaches cannot deliver. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh,
right.
That's funny. Although, just as an aside here, then we were talking to Steve Young on the practice screen. He was getting set to play with you the other day.
Yeah.
So what's that like? You and Steve Young out there on a golf course, man. What is that like?
I've had a chance to now the last couple of years to play with Steve out there, and it's so much fun to talk to him and pick his brain, and just to kind of get his sort of side of the quarterback position, in today's game, and how it's changed so much from when he played. And listen, he was one of those mobile athletic guys too, much like Trevor. I mean, he could run around and make plays with his legs, and I like talking to him and just kind of, picking his brain on his mental process, his preparation, how he prepared during the week, and just, the study and how that translates today, and just so much fun, and enjoy the time with him.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything in particular you want to share that he told you, that where you're like, okay, that's pretty cool? You got something in particular? Anything in general?
Nothing really that was shattering, but at the same time, I think when you're talking about Steve Young, I also had a chance to play with John Elway out there, and you listen to these guys, and we grew up in a generation where the game was different. The quarterback position was different. You probably had more pocket passers and reading defenses and coverages, and not that hasn't changed, but talking to Steve, just listening to how the quarterbacks are being developed today, and compared to maybe when he was, it's a different animal. You're talking about RPOs, you're talking about mobile quarterbacks, you're talking about guys that you look at Josh Allen, a big physical guy, and Trevor's a bigger guy that is athletic, and it's just interesting to listen to him, and how these quarterbacks are being developed with a different style of game today. And obviously the rules are protecting quarterbacks a little bit more. And it's always interesting to hear him and his perspective on that, and how we're, protecting the quarterback more and more in a passing league. And he'd always say that he would play probably 10 more years if he got the same protection that they're getting today. So, but always fun, great time catching up with him.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.